Have you ever had looping thoughts come to you while you're driving or particularly trying to go to sleep? These conversations that just play automatically in your mind. Hey, I'm Josh from Undependent, and I wanted to make a short video today to explain from an independent point of view the two types of thoughts, and more importantly, how you can interrupt or break free from those negative looping ones that just can keep going. So what do I mean by looping thoughts? What I mean by that is these automatic conversations that come to you. Maybe initially you choose to think about something. It could be a conversation you had earlier that day. It could be one from last week, last month, even 3 years ago. And then you start thinking about it over and over, and this thought seems to attach to another thought, and you end up in this conversation going on for what can seem like a long time without interruption. Do you notice that these thoughts happen automatically? And what I mean by that, or how you can perceive or look at this another way, is, did you choose your last thought? Or can you predict your next thought if you just sat here in silence for 5-10 seconds? What's the first thought that came up, if one did at all? And did you choose it? Perhaps you did initially, but then what thought attaches to that thought, and what conversation occurs automatically? At Undependent, one of the pillars of our program is to grasp the concept of these two types of thoughts. Now, they are automatic looping thoughts that we call at Undependent patterns or automatic patterns, and the other type of thought is a conscious or chosen or logical thought. Now, an example of a chosen thought or a logical one is perhaps you have something you actually need to think about. It could be a budget, could be crunching some numbers, 10,000, less this, less that. You actually have to consciously use your mind to think about these things. Or perhaps something comes up, you're out driving and you need to think about a situation and perhaps practice how it might go, and then practice how you might respond. So you can choose to think about that, but then the first type of thought, the automatic one, has no choice about it. It just happens, comes to you automatically. Sometimes at points in your life you really don't want it to. You're trying to get to sleep perhaps, and you start replaying these conversations over and over. I know I did for many years of my life. And those conversations can be uncomfortable, or they can cause discomfort. A real life example of this is something. I was flying the other day. I was on a flight, and you get onto your flight and there's a safety briefing. So the air hostesses run you through what to do in the event of an emergency. If the plane has to crash land, you need to know how many seats are there, where the exits are, etc., and what to do, where your life jacket is. And then I was sitting there thinking, or automatically thinking, as we're taxiing to the runway, what if this plane does crash? Like, what would that be like? Where would we crash? How it would play out? And then I caught myself thinking, why am I even thinking about this? That just occurred automatically, perhaps from hearing this safety briefing. And that leads to another real key point here, is how, well, firstly, that you can actually interrupt these looping thoughts once you become aware that they're happening. And the benefit of doing that is you stop these conversations playing out automatically, should have said this, should have said that. you just nip that in the butt, and you can actually consciously choose your next thoughts, replace them with more empowering, more thoughtful, or more beneficial thoughts. And how we do that, a real simple exercise that anyone can use, is what we call pattern interruption. But what we're doing is a simple tool to actually interrupt those thoughts in real time. So what I do when I caught myself thinking about how this plane might crash and what that experience would be like, is I count to 3 on the in-breath. It's sort of a modified box breath. So 1, 2, 3, and then I count out loud, or if I'm around someone, just in my mind, 3, 2, 1, get out. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I shake my hands. Real, just visceral experience to somatically get that thought loop out of your body. And I've been practicing this now for some time. And what it's given me is so much more time back to choose what I want to think about. It's given me so much more peace without listening to these unhelpful conversations replay over and over again. If you're interested to learn more about how we do this at Undependent, feel free to book a free clarity call with myself or one of the team. I'll leave the links below. And if you're experiencing looping thoughts and they're causing you anxiety, stress, etc., you don't have to keep trying to fight it alone. We know, we've been there, and we can show you the way out. Look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks.